First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And we are underway from Atlanta. Oh, some strong running. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
On play action, Prescott. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down, here's Smith again. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, Leonard. And Matthews over the middle with the grab. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turned out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They begin with a run by Smith. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Now it's Smith running right. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just know that
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Green Bay.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll toss this right side to Hubbard.
And some room to run now. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
To throw is Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Hubbard trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They're not knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Hubbard again.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Prescott off play action. They'll try to do, and it's a Packers touchdown. Jake Ferguson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Fielded at the 20. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Chuba Hubbard with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And the Packers have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin with a quick throw out left.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and 3.
He finds his man complete. That's Alvarado.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Left side, caught by Matthews. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 8.
2 yards to go, second down.
At the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Leonard.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
They'll look to throw again. And this one complete to Smith.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw again. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy,
37 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Moore now on the return.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott now.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Smith up the middle. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open target, here's Matthews.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
It's now
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Airs this out for Matthews.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second down and inches. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Jabril Cox.
He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Leonard. They got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Running left, it's Smith. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
And Xavier Worthy
with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Falcons had 6 to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Prescott to throw it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
24-yard gain on the play. And the Packers first down.
Now Prescott.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Leonard.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. Leonard. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Falcons 31, Packers 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and
early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
That one complete. It's tapped down.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
From the 47 now, that work with a 2nd and 7.
Now Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hand.
Well, Prescott stripped.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle to Smith. It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Pass right side, caught by Thornton.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Dante Thornton.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Kevin Winston. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end.